Hey guys, Jason the X for SC and this live powered by Cinelinks.com, and this is the review of the Soul of Chogokin, Spider-Man, and Leopaldon set. Yes, now look, I'm going to get a little excited about this review because this is something I've been chasing down for a while and just never got it. Or, you know, I'd see it wasn't for a great price and I wouldn't get it. But you know what? It's getting close to my birthday. I figured I would buy myself a little something, and this is, it combines all of my loves of like Marvel comics, transforming robots that turn into vehicles, and giant robots. If you've never seen the Spider-Man Japanese series, it was basically Toei licensed it out for a year or so, made like 50 episodes or so and a couple of movies. It is one of my guilty pleasures, and recently in the comics they introduced the Japanese Spider-Man character and Leopaldon, and it was awesome to say the least. I totally geeked out for that. But anyway, I'm going to review this thing. I'm so happy to have it and add to my collection, and it's so nice. It's something that I'm just trying not to be too, you know, nerd about. So anyway, and also anybody that's going to comment on my fingernails not being cut, I'm sorry. I work. I just bite them off and spit them out my window. You heard me. Anyway, everybody's like, clean your fingernails, cut your fingernails. I don't do that. Clean them when I wash them. Anyway, so there's a look at the box, the Soul of Chogokin, the GX33. There's Leopaldon. Well, this is Marveler, and this is Leopaldon. So when he summons him, he's Marveler, and then the transformation is Leopaldon. And you get a nice vinyl Spidey with this if you didn't see that. Of course, this is from Bandai. On top, you get a look at Spider-Man and Leopaldon with his weapons. I just knocked Spider-Man over. On the side, you get a shot of Leopaldon, and he's summoning him. Well, he's making a pose. Same thing on the other side. On the bottom, you can look at his car. He comes with this flying spider car. And on the back, of course, you get a bunch of stuff that just shows there's Leopaldon, the transformation sequence. It's a little dinged up. I bought this used on eBay, but it was for a good price. And you got the arc turn, the arm rockets, the display, the hero machine. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the review of the actual figure now. First off, before I go any further on the review, it comes with this really great instruction booklet. Of course, you got some designs on it, but on the inside, you've got the whole story. You know, there's Spider-Man on the spider machine with a spider protector and the spider bracelet on. Yes, they called it that on the show. There's a look at some of the design work. Check out the spider machine here. And the spider bracelet opened up, ready to summon Marveler. Yeah. I don't know why they never called this Leopaldon, because it looks like a leopard, and this may be Marveler, but I don't know, that's just me. So you can see that, a couple things that the figure can do. The arc turn right there, the arm rockets. There's a look at Spider-Man. There's a look at pretty much everything you get in the box, and you get a lot of stuff, by the way. The box is like in 3 sections with the vinyl figure, Marveler, and the stand. So yeah, there's your instruction sheets. But the other cool thing about this book is it has shots of the show here. Different faces. It's kind of like a little bit of a history, and you get to see all the other previous toys. Now, I had this thing. I used to have this, and I loved it, and I miss it. I can't believe that it's gone. Well, it was a long time ago. So anyway, you get to look at some of the other toys that come in the thing. And the spider machine. So anyway, that's the booklet. It's kind of cool if you can get it with the booklet. I'm going to keep that. Now, one of the things you get is just a vinyl figure, and it is, you know, vinyl. It's hollow. Comes with this little metal piece to kind of keep it standing, but even without it, it stands okay. And it's a little off balance once it's put, but you know, it'll tip over if you know, push too hard. So you can put that on any foot just to hold it. Now, it does have articulation here in this arm at the waist. It does have articulation here, but I don't want to move this too much because you see it kind of like flexes right there, and I like to keep that seam going. And the spider bracelet is actually die-cast metal. It doesn't open up, but it is die-cast. It's pretty cool. The neck, no articulation. It's even got that, how the spider protector looked, how it kind of had this other mask over the front. So it looked like it was in 2 pieces. But yeah, get a nice little vinyl figure, and I dig it. But the main attraction is going to be Marveler, so I'll bring him in. And this is him sitting on his stand which pretty much houses everything you need for the figure, and I like that. Now you do get a small spider machine here. And the cool thing about this is, in the show, he would get inside the spider machine and then launch himself into Marveler, into the cockpit area, and he'll store there. So you have a place to store everything, and you do get a little bitty Spider-Man figure here. No way you'll be able to see that, but nice for the size, I gotta say. And it has a little spot on the stand for his feet to go. So, and the other thing you get, because he comes in this scale, you get another spider machine, and it's right inside of here. You just drive that out, and it's a die-cast metal car. Got some, it feels like a hard rubber wheel. Now, one thing, I did accidentally drop it off the table, and I scuffed the paint on the front. It fell and hit that new TIE Fighter thing I got. The hood doesn't open up and launch the missiles like on the show, and he can't sit down in there. I kind of wish he did, but it doesn't. Got the thrusters on the back, but yeah, this car was just like and shoot missiles out. And then he'd, Marveler! He'd open up the brace. I love how he called Marveler. Oh, this review is just going to get so nerdy. What do you expect? You're here on this channel. Anyway, other accessories he comes with a sword. Looks kind of like a Tai Chi sword. And the funny thing about this is he would slash people with this, but his finishing move, he just threw it at him. It was so silly, but I loved it. So yeah, he has his sword. He does also come with the shield, which I don't think this was in too many episodes. But yeah, it's nice. It folds in his hand very well. You do get a stand that you can kind of use in his robot mode as well if you take this part off. As you can see, this part kind of just fits underneath Marveler and holds it. It's not like locks in or anything, but it holds it secure. The other thing about this guy is he is full of die cast. This thing is very heavy and very solid. I dig that. I mean, I can't even tell you how much die cast is actually on here. The legs, we've got die cast here and here. These panels are die cast. That's plastic. These bottom legs are die cast. This piece right here is as well. The chest is die cast. So it is a solid, heavy figure. I don't know if you can tell, but it really is. Now, right now, it is in Marveler mode. It does transform. I just wanted you to look at it. I like how this looks like a flying just space fortress. Like a flying sphinx or something. You got the two tail fins back here. But yeah, this was my jam. This was my thing back in the day. And I really like that I finally got this thing. It came out in like 2006. And admittedly, I paid like $100 on eBay for it. It usually goes for like 160. So I figured used was okay because it was something I just wanted to add for a while. Now, transformation. Now, I'm going to do this just like he did it on the show. He'd say, Leopaldon, transform! And this part would come up. And what you do is you take the leopard head here and you split it. And the head is actually on a spring and it comes forward. Let me put the arc turn back there. And then his head would come down. The leopard parts would come back together. And then the arms, well, these parts would fold in. So you got a hinge here, and then you fold it in here. And then the arms would come down and then come forward. So then he would be flying through the air like this. And he'd start to come down, and these would collapse down. Oops, wait a minute, I'm sorry. You gotta actually pull the fins down, the tail fins here. And they just go right into slots in the back of his legs. You just collapse those down, and then the hip joints, they actually tab in. There's a little tab and a slot inside there, and you just tap those in. And then he would touch down, and you can split the leg, and there's a peg right here that holds it in. You just rotate that 180, and that gets out of the way. And there you have Leopaldon! Yes, now I like the look of this thing. Now I know what you're thinking right now. The arms seem a little static, and I'm going to get to that. I don't know if I should go into the posability just yet because there's a change that's coming. Anyway, let me go off some of the action features of the thing. First of all, the arms, yes, these arms are straight, but what you do get inside of the base, you get a set of superposable arms with different hands on there. Now these hands will come off and they're interchangeable with all the other hands. But the cool thing about this is me bumping the camera, is stuff off of him fires. Like the hands will fire. And I'm going to shoot them at the back over here. And when you're done with these arms, you can put them right back in that base and hold on to them. So then you just, there's little tabs on top of the forearms and you just, they don't shoot very far, but they're satisfying enough. And that's something you did on the show. But wait, there's more. The arc turn will actually fire too. There's a little switch on the back of the head, and I love firing this thing, and so nervous about it too because it's such a small piece. It's so light, it feels like it'll just go away. So I'm comfortable doing it in this space here. But yeah, you just get your. You see, I like that it does the arc turn. And you just put that back in there. Sometimes it doesn't want to fit. Just kind of give it a little tap. Now, as far as the arms, yeah, you just take those off because these arms are only like good for transformation. They bend at the elbow, and that's about it. But you just pop those off. Yes, parts forming. I mean, it's whatever. You plug those back on, and now you got a pair of superposable arms. Got some nice elbow joints, but yeah. So, in die cast. The feet, while stumpy, they are accurate. They kind of have a bit of a rotation, and they will move in to get kind of like an A stance. You don't get a lot of knee articulation. It'll go back that much. The hips will go forward about that much, and to the side about that much as well. It's not figure arts quality. So the chest has a little bit of motion in it, but it's hindered by the leopard head on the back. So you can get a little bit out of it. The head is on a pretty nice ball joint. Kind of got the hinge here for the transformation, but it'll go around. The arms, I showed you, the elbows, I mean the shoulders will go out about that far. You got a bicep swivel. These armor pieces will get out of the way. You got an elbow joint that will go 90 degrees. The wrists are on slight ball joints and they will swivel as well. And there goes the arc turn. Now, of course, you can arm him with his weapons. These hands grip them. I love how the hands are kind of like in a web shooting pose like that. Or, I'm sorry, this is Japan, the spider string, because they called it spider string. I kind of want to watch that show now. I just miss it so much. This was my jam back in the day, y'all. You just don't know. And they brought him over. Then they brought him over to the States, and just really loved it from there. So there you have Leopaldon armored up, and he looks good. I mean, wow. I love this figure. This is one of those things where it's not a great figure. Like, it isn't going to blow away anything else. It's just very special to me, and I'm glad I have it. It's reminiscent of my childhood. I may be gushing a little bit here, but I really like this thing, and I'm glad I finally got one in my collection. So, yeah. If you're looking for Japanese Spider-Man stuff, and you know you are, I would definitely recommend picking this up, especially if you can find it at a good price, or I mean, they're going to be used by now. This thing came out in 2006. So you can find one in good condition like I did and not drop it off of the table. I recommend picking it up because it's just a nice niche piece to have. Yes, it's, you know, just one of those things where it's like, it's cool to me. I don't know who else it's cool to, but it's definitely cool to me. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.